Welcome back to this week's Insider, where we will be discussing the Strictly Come Dancing Blackpool special. It was a weekend of amazing performances, with Hella and Gorka wowing with their quick step, Hamza and Yavita bringing the old Hollywood glam with their American smooth, and Fleur and Vito bringing the house down with their incredible couple's choice, bagging the first perfect score of the series. But it was Tyler and Diane who were sadly voted off and said goodbye to the competition. Let's start at the end. So Molly and Tyler were in the bottom two. Were you surprised to see those two in the dance-off?
I was surprised. I really was surprised because on a Saturday show, I think that both of them delivered a beautiful performance. I loved the energy in Molly's routine. I think she was brilliant. I think she looked great in that jive. It really suited her, that dance. I think that whole look with the costume, with the makeup and hair. And Carlos is just a beautiful dancer. I mean, them two together, it really works. I think they have a lovely partnership. And I've been kind of really wanting them to do better and better. And, so I was a little bit surprised. And then Tyler, I thought that that was one of his best dancers. I think that he really captured the essence of salsa. It was fun. It was upbeat. I think he did a great job. I think he had hip action. And I was really, really surprised with both of those couples being in the bottom two.
And there was a little bit of upset online, from the results. Do you agree that it should have been Tyler and Diane that went home?
I think that at this stage of the competition, every single year, you can't agree, can you? I mean, you have people left in the competition that are so good. Either they started really good and they keep going in that manner, or they have progressed and learned so much, so you relate to their journey, as we say. And I think that it's always going to be tricky. Whoever gets eliminated after these weeks, around Blackpool time, week 8, week 9, it is always going to be a surprise.
But who would you say was your favourite performance from Saturday?
I mean, there was a couple of standout performances, but I have to give the Blackpool crown to Fleur and Vito. I mean, that performance was just something else. I think that she obviously is used to performing in a completely different way, but I think that she brought that experience of owning the floor, owning the room. Not just the floor, I would just say entire room. I think that every single person in there was holding breath during that number. I think it was one of those moments, if you wish. It wasn't just a dance. I think that could have easily been someone's music video for their song. I could so see that being, let's say, a Super Bowl halftime performance.
Yeah,
Janet Jackson, you know what I mean? Like something like that. It was just phenomenal. And so I think she sort of was my standout moments. But then I had to mention Helen and Gorka. An amazing quick step. I loved it. Great choreography from Gorka. I think he really, really pushed Helen. Quickstep is the hardest ballroom dance to do on Strictly. If you stick with the rules, if you keep the frame up for as long as you possibly can, it is the hardest dance to do on Strictly.
Absolutely. I think, we can all agree that Helen looked absolutely sensational. Mm-hmm. Just popping back to Fleur, she got the first 40 of the series, which I think by your account was very well deserved. Do you think she's completely upped her game now? Do you think, we could see her in the final?
I think she's upped her game every single week. I think that she has gone from strength to strength every week. I cannot think of one performance that I would think from a dancing side that she sort of had a drop. I think that some dances suit you naturally more than the others. I hope that she has dances left that suit her, because I think that's what it's all going to depend on who makes that final. It's really good and well to be progressing every week, but you need to have the dances left that are there, that do you some favors rather than it's an even steeper hill to climb. I think that especially when they have weeks when they have to do two dances, it's really important.
Well, let's talk about Hamza quickly. He didn't get a perfect score, but he got really good comments, and he's normally quite consistent every week, isn't he? What did you think of his dance? Would you have given him a higher score, perhaps?
I loved his dance. It's similar to Fleur. I think he's one of those kind faces, personalities on the show. I think he sort of spreads that innocent joy and love, and I really like, because I'm a bit like that. You see, I think that if you smile and if you spread joy of dancing, I think that's the most beautiful, and that's what I see when I watch him dancing. You can tell how much he loves it, and like there was some lovely techniques. Like he was had some beautiful quality of movement in his actual foxtrot steps, and then the lifts were sublime. And I mean, Jovita, it's fearless. They looked amazing together. The costumes, the set looked beautiful. I think that maybe he could have got a couple more scores if he gave it a little bit more of a welly, as Len would say. When you sort of attack it a little bit more. I know it was a very elegant dance, and he suits it with a little bit of, sort of innocence behind it. But I think if he attacked it a little bit more, gave it a little bit more pizzazz, I think with exactly the same dancing, he could have got better scores. I think it just lacked a little bit of attack. But in terms of movement as such, beautiful.
Oh, amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree. He was fabulous. And just popping back to Helen and Gorka, would you say they were undermarked? Because I know you said that you really, really enjoyed their performance.
I believe their score was 39, wasn't it? I mean, you can never say undermarked for 39. I think that undermarked. Some of us pros have been screaming undermarked for years, but I've never screamed for 39 undermarked. To get a 39 on Strictly, like looking back, it's you need to count those blessings. I think that hopefully from now, when he sort of softened up and gave Fleur the rightful score of 10, I hope that he sort of gives them out a little bit more now, because I think that the couples are getting to that stage where the 10s can be seen, even for someone that is as picky as he is.
Well, just one final question then. Although you weren't dancing on Saturday, we saw that you were there. How nice was it to be in the Blackpool ballroom, and what special memories did it bring back for you?
Do you know what? I first time danced in the Tower Ballroom when I was 6 years old, and from back then, that is the most special place for any ballroom and Latin dancer. Tower Ballroom and the Winter Gardens in Blackpool, and it just always brings back memories from being that child from little country of Slovenia, and going around the world trying to compete. It was just, I mean, the feeling, it's immense. I mean, it's a bit like being a footballer playing on Wembley. It's a bit like being a tennis player competing in Wimbledon. It's a bit like that, and it always brings back memories. Whoever you are in the ballroom and Latin dance world, you're always gonna find that place special. And I have to mention Sam Ryder.
Loved him.
I mean, I cannot. That was the bit that I'm never gonna forget. The group number that was a part of the "You Are the Voice." I think it was the song. He performed incredibly. I mean, what a voice! And then that has to be one of my favorite group numbers I have ever seen. And watching it, I think it was the first time this season that I actually, when I was standing there next to the floor, that I thought to myself, I didn't say it out loud, I'm saying it for the first time here, oh, I wish I was in that.
Oh.
It was just a beautiful moment. And that little couple, I think his name was Luca, I can't remember now the little girl's name, please mention him.
Oh, they were so sweet.
Yes, Luca and Pebble.
Oh.
Yeah, and Pebble was a little bit taller than him.
I know.
But it's just, I mean, and choreographed by Jason Gilkison, who is just a genius when it gets to anything really to do with TV and stage. So putting those things together, I think it was one of the best group numbers we've ever seen.
Thanks so much for watching our Strictly Insider. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and head over to hellomagazine.com for more news and Strictly updates.